Imagine this: every single day, you make thousands of decisions: what to wear, what to eat, how to respond to an email. Most of these choices seem small, automatic even. But have you ever stopped to think about how your mind is actually making these decisions? Whether you're deciding which job to take or simply choosing a snack, the psychology behind decision-making is incredibly complex. Yet, understanding how our brains work in these moments can dramatically improve the quality of our choices. The human brain uses two systems for decision-making. The first is fast, intuitive, and emotional. Let's call it the gut reaction. It's quick and automatic, designed to help us react instantly to situations. This system is essential for survival. But here's the catch: it often leads us to shortcuts, or what psychologists call cognitive biases. These biases cause us to make errors in judgment without even realizing it. For instance, ever heard of the confirmation bias? It's when we naturally seek out information that confirms what we already believe, ignoring evidence to the contrary. Imagine making a big financial decision based only on data that supports your gut feeling. That's risky, right? The second system is slower, more deliberate, and logical. It's the part of your brain that kicks in when you're solving a math problem or weighing the pros and cons of a difficult choice. This is where the magic happens. This system allows you to step back, analyze the situation, and make decisions based on reason rather than emotion. But here's the thing: it requires effort. And because our brains are wired to conserve energy, we don't always engage this system unless we're forced to. So, how do we strike the balance? How do we use the fast system when it's helpful, but engage the slow system when it really matters? One trick is to train your brain to recognize when you're making decisions impulsively. The moment you realize you're reacting based on a gut feeling, pause. Take a breath. Ask yourself, am I seeing the full picture? What am I missing? This simple habit shifts your brain from autopilot to manual mode, forcing you to think critically. And that's where you start making smarter choices. There's also the element of emotion in decision-making. Many people think that emotions should be kept out of decisions, but the truth is, emotions are incredibly useful if you understand how to use them. Instead of letting emotions dictate your choices, learn to identify them and then assess their influence. For example, if you're angry or anxious, it's probably not the best time to make a major life decision. But if you're feeling motivated or excited, that could be a signal to explore a new opportunity. The goal isn't to eliminate emotion, but to channel it productively. Another key factor is framing. The way information is presented to us can drastically alter how we perceive it and, ultimately, what decision we make. Consider this: you're offered two investments. One has a 90% chance of success, while the other is framed as having a 10% chance of failure. They're mathematically identical, but most people choose the first option because it feels safer. That's the power of framing. By recognizing how options are framed, you can avoid being manipulated by superficial details and focus on the substance. Finally, it's important to remember that decision-making is not just about outcomes. It's about the process. The smartest choices come from refining your process, learning to question assumptions, gathering diverse perspectives, and giving yourself time to reflect. The more you practice intentional decision-making, the better you'll get at navigating complex choices with confidence and clarity. In the end, smarter choices aren't just about knowing more, they're about thinking better. And the more you understand the psychology behind your decisions, the more control you'll have over your life, your career, and your future.